Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have faced a setback in your life? How many times have you felt like you're stuck, like your goals are slipping away, or like you've failed? But here's the truth. Setbacks don't define you. It's what you do when things go wrong that truly matters. You have the power to reset, to restart, and to refocus your life at any given moment. Life is filled with moments when we feel like we've lost our way. It might be because of a failed relationship, a career that didn't pan out the way we imagined, or even personal mistakes that weigh heavily on our hearts. But here's the truth we often forget. A fresh start isn't just a luxury, it's a gift we all have access to. The power of a fresh start is the ability to look at any situation, no matter how dire, and choose to rise again, stronger and wiser. A fresh start is about resetting the narrative. It's easy to get trapped in the stories we tell ourselves, stories of regret, failure, and missed opportunities. We carry these narratives around like burdens, but they don't define who we are. We have the ability to rewrite our stories at any given moment. A fresh start is your opportunity to change the direction of your life, to step away from the past and make a conscious decision to move forward with purpose. Think about the moment you first learned to walk or ride a bike. The beginning was messy and you probably fell several times, but you didn't quit. You picked yourself up, brushed off the dirt, and tried again. That's the essence of a fresh start. It's not about doing everything perfectly from the beginning. It's about persistence and the willingness to try again, even after failure. With every new attempt, you learn more about yourself, your strengths, and your resilience. A fresh start is a reminder that your past does not define you. So often we allow our mistakes to shape our self-worth, but nothing could be further from the truth. Your past is a chapter in your life story, but it doesn't have to dictate the rest of your book. Whether you failed in business, been through a painful breakup, or lost your way, it's never too late to start over. The person you are today is not the person you were yesterday. You are always evolving, and every new day is a chance to evolve even more. Sometimes we need to give ourselves permission to step away from the things that no longer serve us, whether that's toxic relationships, unfulfilling jobs, or unhealthy habits. A fresh start requires letting go of the old to make room for the new. This can be uncomfortable, but it's also liberating. It's about releasing the grip of the past and stepping into a future that's wide open with possibility. We often hold on to things because we're afraid of the unknown. But the truth is, the unknown holds the key to our greatest potential. A fresh start also invites us to reconnect with our passions and dreams. Life has a way of clouding our vision, making us forget what truly matters. We get bogged down with responsibilities, obligations, and the expectations of others. But when we hit reset, we give ourselves the space to ask, what do I really want? A fresh start is an opportunity to align our actions with our deepest desires, to pursue what sets our soul on fire, and to live with intention. It's important to recognize that the power of a fresh start is not about erasing the past. Rather, it's about using everything we've learned from those experiences to create a better future. Every mistake, every setback, and every challenge holds valuable lessons that shape us. A fresh start doesn't mean we forget who we've been. It means we honor those experiences and use them as stepping stones towards something greater. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, and no matter how much we try to avoid them, they will find their way into our journey. Whether they come in the form of personal struggles, professional setbacks, or unforeseen circumstances, it's in those moments of adversity that our true strength is revealed. Resilience is the key to overcoming those challenges, and it's a trait that, once developed, can propel us forward in ways we never imagined. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about how we respond when they arise. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to face obstacles head-on and keep going despite the odds. Many people think of resilience as a trait that some people are just born with, but in reality, it's something we all can develop. Resilience isn't a matter of luck or privilege. It's a mindset, a choice to persevere in the face of adversity. When we face a challenge, our first instinct might be to retreat or give up. It's easy to feel defeated when things aren't going the way we hoped, especially when the path forward seems unclear or uncertain. But it's during these moments that resilience becomes most important. Resilience allows us to take a step back, assess the situation, and find new ways to move forward. It's about refusing to be defined by our circumstances, no matter how difficult they may be. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is its ability to transform the way we view failure. Many people see failure as the end, as a sign that they aren't good enough or capable of success. But resilient people understand that failure is merely a part of the process. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger. Every setback, no matter how big or small, is a lesson in disguise. Resilience teaches us that failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace, because it's through failure that we find the courage to try again. Moreover, resilience enables us to maintain hope during the most trying times. When we're faced with a challenge, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and hopeless, especially if it seems like things will never improve. But resilience gives us the strength to hold on to hope, even when the situation feels impossible. It's the belief that no matter how dark the moment, there is always a way forward. Hope is the fuel that drives resilience. It's what keeps us going when everything else seems to be falling apart. Resilience also teaches us the power of adaptability. Life is unpredictable and the road to success is rarely linear. Resilient people are able to adapt to change and find new ways to overcome obstacles. When faced with a challenge, they don't get stuck in a rigid mindset or a fixed plan. Instead, they remain open to new solutions, new approaches, and new perspectives. This flexibility allows them to navigate the ups and downs of life without losing sight of their goals. Perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of resilience is the way it shapes our character. Each challenge we face adds another layer to who we are. With each trial, we become more confident in our ability to overcome adversity. We begin to understand that no matter how difficult the challenge, we have the tools, the strength, and the determination to rise above it. Resilience builds mental toughness, emotional strength, and a deep belief in our own potential. It turns obstacles into opportunities for growth, and through it we unlock the capacity to achieve things we once thought were impossible. Resilience is not about never falling, it's about falling and getting back up again and again. It's about understanding that the journey is not about perfection, but about persistence. It's the willingness to keep going when it feels like the world is against us, and the strength to trust that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way. When we cultivate resilience, we become unstoppable because no challenge is too great, no setback is too severe. We have the power to rise again no matter how many times we fall. Clarity is one of the most powerful tools we can have in our lives. In a world full of distractions, noise, and endless options, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Yet clarity is the foundation for success, happiness, and fulfillment. When we have clarity, we understand our purpose, our goals, and the steps required to achieve them. Without it, we are left wandering aimlessly, unsure of our direction or the path we need to take. Clarity starts with knowing exactly what we want. It's about having a clear vision of where we want to go, what we want to achieve, and the kind of life we want to live. Without this vision, we are like a ship without a rudder, drifting wherever the wind takes us. But when we have clarity about our goals, everything else falls into place. We know exactly what we're working toward, and that knowledge gives us the motivation to take the necessary action. Having clarity also helps us make better decisions. Life is full of choices, both big and small. When we lack clarity, every decision feels overwhelming. We can't figure out what's best for us, and as a result, we second-guess ourselves, get stuck in indecision, and waste time. But when we have a clear sense of our values, our priorities, and our long-term vision, decision-making becomes much easier. We are able to evaluate options based on what aligns with our goals and values. The noise of external pressures fades away, and we can confidently choose the path that best supports our aspirations. Moreover, clarity helps us eliminate distractions. The modern world is filled with countless distractions that can pull us in every direction. Social media, unsolicited advice from others, and the constant bombardment of information can all cloud our judgment and dilute our focus. But when we are clear on what we want, we become more selective about where we direct our energy. We stop chasing after every shiny object and start prioritizing the actions that bring us closer to our goals. Clarity acts as a filter, allowing us to say no to things that don't serve us and yes to things that truly matter. Clarity also brings a sense of inner peace. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or anxious when we don't know what we're doing or where we're going. But when we have a clear sense of direction, we can let go of that anxiety and trust that we are on the right path. We stop questioning ourselves at every turn and instead move forward with confidence and calm. This inner peace is not only essential for mental and emotional well-being, but it also enhances our ability to perform at our best in every area of life. In addition to personal benefits, clarity also strengthens our relationships. When we are clear about who we are, what we want, and what we value, we communicate more effectively with others. We are able to set boundaries and express our needs without confusion or frustration. Relationships, both personal and professional, thrive when both parties have a clear understanding of each other's expectations and goals. With clarity, we foster trust, respect, and meaningful connections that are built on mutual understanding. One of the most important aspects of clarity is its ability to propel us into action. Many people get stuck in a cycle of procrastination and hesitation because they lack clarity. When the path ahead is foggy, it's hard to take the first step. But once we gain clarity, we know exactly what needs to be done. We can break down our goals into manageable steps and begin moving forward with purpose. Clarity gives us the courage to act, to step out of our comfort zones, and to face challenges head on. Finally, clarity fosters growth. When we know what we want and why we want it, we are more motivated to learn, to improve, and to develop the skills needed to reach our goals. Clarity creates a sense of purpose that drives us to continue pushing forward, even when faced with setbacks. It encourages us to keep evolving and striving toward becoming the best version of ourselves. Clarity, in its essence, is not about knowing every single detail of the journey ahead. Rather, it's about having a clear vision of the destination and understanding the steps needed to get there. It's about aligning our actions with our values and purpose and filtering out anything that doesn't serve our greater vision. With clarity, we gain the focus, determination, and confidence to move toward our goals, creating a life that reflects our true desires and aspirations. Adversity is often seen as something to be avoided or feared, something that brings pain, difficulty, and struggle into our lives. Yet, if we take a step back and reflect, we realize that adversity has the power to shape us in ways that success and comfort never could. It is through hardship that we are given the opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to discover strengths we never knew we had. Growth through adversity is not only possible, but it is a key part of what makes us resilient and capable of handling whatever life throws our way. When we experience difficult situations, whether it be in our personal lives, our careers, or our health, we often feel overwhelmed by the weight of the challenge. It's easy to become consumed by fear, frustration, and self-doubt. But if we allow ourselves to shift our perspective, we can begin to see adversity as a teacher. Every setback, every obstacle, and every hardship contains valuable lessons that can propel us forward. Rather than viewing challenges as roadblocks, we can choose to see them as opportunities to grow. One of the most profound ways adversity fosters growth is by forcing us to confront our weaknesses. When things are going smoothly, it's easy to remain in our comfort zones, avoiding discomfort and pushing aside the areas where we might need improvement. But when we face adversity, we are forced to examine ourselves more closely. We can no longer hide from our flaws, our fears, our limitations. It's through these moments of struggle that we begin to see where we need to grow. Adversity acts as a mirror, showing us the areas that require attention and pushing us to become stronger, more capable individuals. Moreover, adversity cultivates resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going even when the road ahead seems impossible. When we encounter difficulties, it is easy to feel defeated, to believe that we are not strong enough to overcome them. However, adversity teaches us the opposite. Every time we face a challenge and rise above it, we strengthen our capacity to deal with future difficulties. Resilience is not something we are born with. It is something we develop through experience. The more we encounter adversity and persist, the more we realize our ability to endure and thrive in the face of life's hardest moments. Growth through adversity also deepens our understanding of what truly matters. When life is easy, it can be easy to lose sight of our core values and priorities. We get caught up in the noise of day-to-day living, distracted by superficial concerns. However, when we experience hardship, we are often forced to focus on what really counts. Difficult times strip away the essentials and leave us with the essentials: family, health, love, and purpose. It is during adversity that we are reminded of what is truly important in life, and this clarity can guide us as we move forward, making decisions with more intention and conviction. Another way adversity fosters growth is by expanding our capacity for empathy and compassion. When we go through difficult experiences, we begin to understand what others are going through when they face similar struggles. This understanding allows us to connect with people on a deeper level, offering support and encouragement during their times of need. Through adversity, we learn the value of kindness, patience, and compassion, qualities that not only help us build stronger relationships, but also contribute to our overall sense of fulfillment and purpose. Finally, adversity teaches us perseverance. It's easy to give up when things get tough, but it's through perseverance that we build the mental and emotional strength needed to achieve our goals. Adversity tests our determination, pushing us to keep going when everything within us wants to quit. It's in these moments of struggle that we discover the true power of persistence. Every time we push through a challenge, we build a foundation for future success. Perseverance is the bridge between where we are and where we want to be. Ultimately, growth through adversity is a transformative process. While adversity may seem daunting in the moment, it is precisely these difficult experiences that shape us into the people we are meant to become. We are not defined by our hardships, but by how we respond to them. By embracing adversity as a catalyst for growth, we can tap into an inner strength that allows us to not only survive, but thrive, no matter what life throws our way. Discipline and consistency are two of the most powerful forces that drive success, yet they are often undervalued or overlooked. In a world that celebrates instant gratification and quick fixes, we can sometimes forget that true lasting success is built over time through consistent effort and disciplined habits. The power of discipline and consistency lies in their ability to transform dreams into reality, no matter how lofty or distant those goals may seem. Discipline is the ability to control our actions, thoughts, and emotions in order to stay focused on our long-term goals. It's not about momentary motivation or a temporary burst of energy. Discipline is about making the right choices day in and day out, even when we don't feel like it. It's the ability to push through discomfort, resist distractions, and stay committed to the process, no matter how tough things may get. Discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who give up when faced with challenges. It is the foundation upon which all achievements are built. Consistency, on the other hand, is the act of repeating positive behaviors and actions regularly. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic efforts. It's about showing up day after day, regardless of how we feel or the obstacles we encounter. Consistency is the steady rhythm of small steps that, when compounded over time, lead to remarkable progress. It is through consistency that we create momentum, and momentum is the key to sustained success. Together, discipline and consistency work in harmony. Discipline provides the framework for our actions, ensuring that we stay focused on our goals, while consistency ensures that we maintain our efforts over time. Without discipline, it's easy to get sidetracked by distractions or give in to temptations. Without consistency, we may start strong but falter as the journey grows longer. However, when combined, discipline and consistency become an unstoppable force, propelling us towards success, one small action at a time. The power of discipline and consistency is evident in every area of life, from personal development to career success, fitness, and financial growth. Consider the process of building muscle. It's not achieved by a few intense workouts or sporadic efforts. It's the result of consistent, disciplined practice over weeks, months, and years. The same applies to any skill or craft. Whether it's writing, learning an instrument, or building a business, success is never a matter of isolated bursts of effort. It's about committing to the process and staying consistent in your actions, even when the progress seems slow. One of the most compelling aspects of discipline and consistency is their ability to build self-confidence. When we commit to something and stick with it, even when it's difficult, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of achieving our goals. Every time we follow through on our commitments, we strengthen our belief in our ability to succeed. This confidence is contagious, fueling further efforts and creating a cycle of success. Discipline and consistency don't just build habits, they build character, resilience, and self-trust. Discipline and consistency are also crucial for overcoming setbacks and failures. Everyone encounters challenges along the way. There are no smooth paths to success, but it's in these moments of difficulty that discipline and consistency truly shine. When we face obstacles, it's easy to get discouraged and give up. However, with discipline, we remind ourselves of our goals and commit to getting back on track. With consistency, we continue to put in the effort, even when the results aren't immediate. It's this persistence that ultimately leads to breakthroughs, even when progress feels slow. Moreover, discipline and consistency allow us to make meaningful progress toward long-term goals. In a society where instant gratification is highly valued, it's easy to become impatient and frustrated when results don't come quickly. But lasting success is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, and the willingness to stay the course. When we embrace discipline and consistency, we cultivate patience and learn to trust the process. We stop focusing on immediate results and start appreciating the gradual, steady progress we make each day. In the pursuit of any goal, there will always be distractions, doubts, and days when we don't feel motivated. But it's during these times that discipline and consistency are most needed. They act as our anchors, reminding us of our commitment and keeping us moving forward when everything else might be pulling us back. The power of discipline and consistency is that they transform fleeting motivation into sustainable effort. By developing disciplined habits and staying consistent, we set ourselves up for success, not just in the short term, but for the long haul. When we combine these two powerful forces, discipline and consistency, we create a blueprint for success that works in any area of life. We shift from relying on motivation alone, which can come and go, to relying on habits and practices that are unwavering. With discipline and consistency, we can accomplish anything we set our minds to, knowing that every small step taken in the right direction brings us closer to the life we desire. Within each of us lies an extraordinary untapped potential. Too often, we limit ourselves by the boundaries of our own thinking, believing that our abilities, opportunities, and possibilities are constrained by what we can see or what we've experienced so far. However, the truth is that our potential is limitless. The only limits that truly exist are the ones we impose on ourselves. The moment we break free from these self-imposed constraints, we unlock the power to achieve far more than we ever thought possible. Our potential is not determined by our past, our current circumstances, or the opinions of others. It is determined by what we believe about ourselves and what we are willing to do to push beyond what is comfortable. It is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that our past mistakes, failures, or challenges define who we are and what we can achieve. However, nothing in our past can determine the limits of our future unless we allow it. The beauty of our potential lies in the fact that it is constantly evolving, ever growing, and never truly capped. The concept of limitless potential starts with recognizing that we are more capable than we think. Our minds, our creativity, and our drive are powerful tools that can be harnessed to create change in our lives and the lives of others. Yet it's easy to overlook this power when we are caught up in self-doubt, comparison, or fear. We often shrink back from pursuing big goals or taking bold steps because we believe we are not enough or that we're not ready. The reality is no one ever feels fully prepared or equipped before taking a leap of faith. It is in those moments of discomfort, those moments when we feel unprepared, that we are forced to grow and expand our capacity. Your potential is like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, every time you try something new or face an obstacle, you are expanding your potential. It's the willingness to take risks, to fail and try again, that allows us to realize how much we are truly capable of. Many of the most successful people in history didn't get to where they are because they were perfect. They got there because they were persistent, resilient, and willing to embrace the unknown. They understood that their potential wasn't finite. It was something that could be shaped, molded, and expanded with every step they took. Moreover, your potential is deeply connected to your vision. When you have a clear sense of purpose and direction, you tap into an endless well of energy, creativity, and determination. The clearer you are about your goals, the more power you give to your potential. This is why having a vision that excites and inspires you is so important. When you are driven by something meaningful, you will do whatever it takes to make it a reality, regardless of the obstacles or challenges that arise. Your potential thrives on purpose, and purpose provides the fuel for consistent action and growth.